Well, I think I've killed everyone, right? Everyone's dead. No, hold on. We got more to kill. I have to go in there. In here. Did I open everything and do everything and hit the thing? Well, only one way to find out. What's up, guys? Give me that. We're gonna have 4 videos posted relatively quickly. I was watching that The Last of Us 2, a game that I never thought needed to be made. Because you got the point across. In the first one. And I played through the first one. It's right here on my channel. It was years ago. Obviously. When it first came out on the PS3. But I heard that Last of Us 2 is polarizing. It's everyone's new favorite word, polarizing. Meaning some people that wasted their money on another PS4 interactive movie sort of looked at it and said, I don't like it. Now listen, when you come up with reasons why a game isn't good, especially a game that's popular because of its graphics well, I'm sorry, because of the voiceover acting and its graphics, excuse me. When you're going to speak out against something that's popular, you have to come up with facts and evidence that provides us a true concept as to what you're saying. Okay, you can't just say, I didn't like it because it was whatever, it was gory, whatever the fuck it is. Because The Last of Us 1 was pretty damn disgusting too. I mean, you end the game more or less by shooting a beautiful woman in the head in point-blank range. It was visceral, to say the very least. And ultimately, it was just a damsel in distress storyline. Just that the guy wasn't trying to get with the woman, the guy was trying to save the woman, replacing his daughter with her. And that made everybody go, oh, and think it was a great game. Now, I played through it, and yeah, the story at first, because I wasn't used to something that intricate, it got me too. But anything with a father or daughter always gets me, so it doesn't matter. But at the same time, the game itself, and I think I might have said this in my review, it was, intense, more or less. The storyline and everything. But the game itself was just a third-person shooter I played a million times. That leads me downstairs. I want to go... Alright, so maybe if I go downstairs. But if you want to say that a game that's popular is not... Oh, yeah. Is not any good... You got to come up with some real evidence. You can't let me in. You're saying there was a key the whole time? So to just make it a personal thing, like, oh, I don't like it, it's not going to work. Again, there was no reason. If you wanted to show a white picket fence and all that stuff in relation to the two of them, okay, then that would be like 1 second. I didn't think... When they mentioned the idea of a sequel, I was going, what? Because to me it was, okay, I didn't even like the DLC. Like, the only thing that you had was their relationship. So it's the same thing with the Hey-Do series. If you're going to make everything about the stupid-ass storyline, well, then don't ruin the stupid-ass storyline. I mean, for me, again, a video game that's good is a fun game to play that I can play over a bunch of times. That's a good video game. That's what it should be. It shouldn't be a game that makes me think and feel. I don't care about thinking and feel. I'm playing a fucking video game. The idea is to forget your troubles, not compound them with, oh, I never thought of life that way. It's a fucking video game. Stop being so fucking pretentious. You're not artists. That word artist gets thrown around so fucking easily. It's like with music. Oh, these artists, they write the same predictable, repetitive lyrics over and over again, trying to relate to people behind a cacophony of noise, obnoxious noise. That's not fucking art. Not only is it not entertaining, but it's not thought-provoking, emotional. The only emotion I get from your so-called art nowadays is anger that you're getting paid money to do this. Besides, most artists didn't really get appreciated until after they moved on from this planet. Am I not shooting you in your guts? I love how my board reputation goes down every time I shoot somebody. Oh, that's good. So anyway, so I can't stand how they, artist. You're not a fucking artist, all right? You don't become an artist just because you wrote a song or you wrote a movie or you wrote a game or whatever. You become an artist because you created something that was entertaining in whatever aspect and facet it was supposed to be entertaining that could be construed as something deeper. Something that helps evolve culture and science and technology and such and thought-provoking and not just like, I really felt like this represented what I believe to be depression. Well, fuck you. Who are you? It's inspired. It's not just you really want to be an artist, so you really just make art. And again, you're fucking game developers. You're not artists. Get over yourselves. Make fucking video games. Because that's, you know, it's obnoxious to me. Like, I can't stand my intelligence being insulted. And this is not an old man yelling at everyone to get off their lawn or being a curmudgeon or... This is somebody that writes and everything like that. This is somebody that studied this. It's an insult to me and to the people that helped move art in such a way over the course of generations that they're eternally accepted as artists. To know that they're in the same boat as somebody today that sucks, or some game developer that thinks, I made a movie. Stop trying to make fucking movies. That's Sony. That's what you see. This is one of the main reasons why I will not ever.
Suppose Sublate will thank us for this. I hope that thanks comes in the form of cash.
I'd like your thanks to be in the form of sex. I will never, ever get a PlayStation 5. Not only because it's $8,000, but because I'm just tired of all these fucking game companies trying to make fucking movies. Just make fucking video games.
Never hired. Chartrand is that scientist, right?
Really, and if I'm insulting anybody with all this, you know, truth and everything, and it's truth, I don't get frustrated with video games because I'm old and I like to play video games. I get frustrated with the idea that there'll be a generation of kids that'll never get that thrill I got playing friggin' Super Mario Bros. 3. I'm glad technology in video games has evolved. Don't get me wrong. When I was a kid and I was playing video games and we had these little dumbass sprites that everyone enjoys so much now, I'd be like, man, I wish we could see things a lot more detailed, especially when it came to like Princess Peach or something like that. Or Samus Aran. Oh yeah. Let me get a little bit more detail on that. A little bit more realism, baby. So I'm totally for upgrading technology and having real graphics. I don't like those 16-bit fucking games and shit like that. I like the way games look. It's just that with all the buttons we have on controllers, with all the concepts and all the ideas and all the things you can do, if you could just make video games, replayable, enjoyable video games, if you could spend more time focusing on the action and the accessible gameplay mechanics and everything like that, Video games would be so much better.
It's on the ship.
So much better.
You're adjusting before you pull. You're anticipating it. You...
Of course I'm anticipating it. What if I shoot a friend on accident?
That's on account of your stance. You want to lean into it. Embrace it. Work with it. You're in control here, Parvati, not the gun. Don't let a hunk of metal jerk you around.
I got something you can jerk around, baby. Anytime you want. And yes, more beautiful women, please. More beautiful women. Never enough beautiful women. Let's repair our... So anyway, like, I just get really, really annoyed. Really, really annoyed with the way video games are nowadays. All this pretentious, I'm making art. Make a fucking game. I'll say, you know why No More Heroes 3 is going to be great? Not because I'm thinking about stuff. It's because it's stupid fun. Can we just put in a game and have stupid fun? Not museums, not fucking statues, just stupid fun. Is that okay? Is that okay to have? I don't understand. I never thought I'd see a day where movies were stupid fun and not really artistic, and video games wanted to be artistic and not really stupid fun. Let's just have some stupid fun. Too much to ask. In the pretentious United States. Japan keeps making stupid ass. Even Japan, with games that they make that are about, like, you know, like Danganronpa and shit like that. Even the games that are just really, really dark and morbid, they're still fucking fun to play, mostly. Japan gets it. Now, granted, they keep redoing the same storylines with the same tropes, but games are fun, more or less, and they're different. Xenoblade Chronicles combat system's different than Xenoblade Chronicles X and 2. The Dynasty Warriors, Hyrule Warriors, Fire Emblem Warriors, all those games have a different take on the same style, and the style's great. Yeah, okay, they have extra content that gives you maps that are just loaded with repetitive enemies being thrown at you at tens at a time, and it just drives you fucking nuts, or at least drives me nuts. But they're fun to play. That's why I keep buying these Warriors games, because they're fun to play. Bayonetta, fun to play. So yeah, there's a storyline, and yeah, a lot of it doesn't make sense, but it's fun to play. And they have moments that make me go, same thing with the Mass Effect trilogy. Yes, stupid way to end it. Absolutely. Dumbass reason to make him or her into Jesus Christ. No doubt.
See sprats running around building roads?
But more or less, the games are fun to fucking play.
But if we tore the whole thing down, we'd be kings and queens of a wasteland.
Correction? Kings and queens of an awesome.
I'll take toilets over freedom any day of the week.
Saints Row, great. Great. Nothing artistic about it. They can make fun of modern day society, be like satirical and all that, but it's great, great fun. Giving people fucking drop kicks, kicking them in the nuts. I mean, it's hilarious. Having people chase after you with giant dildos, it's stupid. Being able to play as Nolan North, having your vice president be Keith David, it's so stupid that I love every second. Being able to play as a busty, gorgeous woman with great hips and a great ass, seeing her in her undergarments, having moments where she's running around naked, but you don't really see anything, just tremendous. Tremendous. Great game. Is it artistic? No, but it's great.
A base of our own.
Hi, baby.
Soon we'll have eyes on every corner of the system. Well done, Captain.
That's gotta be Jack.
I'll have those dismantled. You can never be too careful when moving into someone else's territory. Aside from the automated security, did you meet any resistance at the station?
Oh yeah, it was very interesting.
I knew it. They've been shadowing us since Monarch, maybe even longer. I've been less than honest with you. Your assignments weren't strictly about the salvage business. You might have figured that out already.
Head in my crotch, I won't care.
That's right. Up until now, I've kept you in the dark for your protection, and more importantly, mine. But I'd like to think we've earned each other's trust. After the Monarch job, I started connecting the dots. I didn't like the picture. Then what we found at Station 1084 confirmed my fears.
Confirm my feelings. Confirm my feelings.
Stumbled onto something big. Something none of us were meant to know.
I'm in love with you?
Maybe the worst. Ask yourself why a skeleton crew was studying that Alta Vitae gas in secret. Ask yourself why stockpiles were hidden on a planet full of monsters. Before we go any further, I want you to keep an open mind. Can you do that?
Well, I saw the scientists suspended in animation, so...
Aliens. I'm talking about aliens. They're the ones responsible for the deaths at 1084, and who knows what else. We have to put a stop to it.
I would say you're...
Knew it. Aliens from other worlds been visiting Halcyon.
At least one of your crew can keep an open mind. But this isn't some aetherwave serial, Millstone. This is reality.
We're in an alien planet.
Hear me out. I'm saying...
I'm just saying.
I'm not asking you to like it. I'm not even asking you to believe it. But I need to act on this threat to the colony, and I can't do it alone.
Yeah, it's not like we're on Earth.
I'm done. I'm officially tuning you out until such time as I hear the words payment and or shooting.
I love you.
Damn, she's serious. Tragic, ain't it? What age does to your mental faculties?
The crew is skeptical. That's good. I don't want you walking into the unknown with blindfolds on. I assume you have questions?
I see monsters running around. I'm pretty sure that
We're gonna see this through.
there could be alien life. I'm just saying.
Now's the
For
time.
God's sakes, we're alien life on this Halcyon.
Conspiracy. One carried out with the help of human collaborators.
C-O-N-spiracy.
This is an invasion of our very cells. That damned gas is mixing our nucleon with halcyon biology to twist us, change us, make us more like those monsters on Monarch. No kidding. That's how they want it. When I lined up the evidence in my spreadsheet, there was only one possible conclusion looking back at me. This is my data talking, not my anxiety or lack of sleep.
We can have children together. That would make things better.
Sharing my findings took a calculated risk. If you were a spy, I doubt you'd even realize it. Only your cells would know. Tobias, get my knife. The big one.
Oh, it's a
It
joke.
was a joke. Ha ha. We each get one. Now, back to business. Dr. Chartrand is the crooked psychopath behind the gas experiments. She sold out
Oh, it's a she. We got a problem.
you to put a bullet through her skull.
With she's, I have a problem with that. Oh, this controller.
She's a research scientist and a damn good one. Before UDL poached her, she engineered a 0.2% increase in cystipig juiciness. Now she's doing the same thing with humanity. Her finger.
Is she giving them women bigger tits? Because that would be great.
You saw what she did to her team. You've got me all wrong. I just want to add savior of humanity to my resume. I've got ambitions outside of this office, you know. Besides, this way Sublight gets first dibs on alien salvage.
God, you're awesome.
Do you usually come across innocent people trapped in suspension tanks?
See, yeah, that was a problem.
Because
see?
some of us would call that excessive. Remember, the tanks were just the shit she left behind. Just imagine the experiments she carted off to her next lab. We're far beyond theories. Chartrand's logs, the gas, the suspension tanks. How much proof do you need? Wake up, Captain. An invasion needs collaborators working from the shadows. She has access to the board, unlimited funds, and a colony full of sheep.
Sounds like the United States. Alright, so let's see.
This key card will get you through the front door of her Byzantium.
Hey, Byzantium!
Ask how I got it. You might not like the answer.
Make love to me, please.
By now, the other side knows what you're doing. Don't trust anything Chartrand says. She's compromised down to the bone.
Ooh, can I check with my mouth?
That.
Alright. Hey, baby. What else do we have here? What else we got? Let me take a look at these here now. We have to go to Byzantium for that. I still don't know what that's about. Oh yeah, we wanted to go to... Okay, so you know what? Let's do these little things here.
You know, Yoga, between you and me, we know all there is to know about Monarch.
When did you say that?
Well, you got your life experience as a hunter, and I've memorized every episode of Terror on Monarch.
Oh, Terror on Monarch's a riot. It's all made up, though. You know that, right?
Yeah, right. Next you're gonna tell me Halcyon and Helen weren't based on a real person.
Excuse me, madam.
You seem happier in your ignorance.
Alright. So... let's go take care of Nyoka.
Rizzo's very complicated. We've got your funds right here.
As I said before, if there is an overwhelming insistence that I get either a PS5 or an Xbox Series X, I may think about it, but I will never get those consoles on my own volition. No fucking way. And I still find it to be very ballsy, especially for Microsoft, who's pretty much behind more or less what's going on here. For them to want to release excessively expensive consoles this year, with all that's going on here in the United States. I find it excessively ballsy. Charging people $600, $500 for... And you know what the sad part about it is people will buy them. That's the sad part. No matter how expensive the PlayStations are, the PlayStations 2, 1, and 4 are three of the highest selling consoles. Now the games I don't know, but the actual consoles sell a lot. I don't know why. I guess people want a high-priced Blu-ray player or DVD player. Because really, of all the games that have been released on those, what games are popular from Sony? Really? When you think about it. God of War was never that popular. Last of Us was never that popular. Like, none of them are that popular. It's not like Mario or any of these, or even Gears of War or Halo, you know. Alright, so we'll keep Nyoka in there. We're going to put salmon with her. Yeah. The Salmonator. Yeah. Why are we so bogged down with encumberment? Isn't that weird, though? When you think, I mean, I guess because you got PCs. That's probably why people don't really buy Xboxes. It's just PC gaming at a lower level. But when you think about it, right? Microsoft's Xbox, the exclusives on the Xbox are a lot more popular than any exclusives on the PlayStation. And then Sony games come, or PlayStation 4 games come out on PC too. So that can't be it. Weird. Okay. Let us do this. Oh, yes, yeah. Gotta level you up, pal. Haven't been here in a while. What was that about unique weapons? I was reading something. I didn't see it. I would suggest anything that lives here just back the fuck off. Let's do some shopping. By shopping, I mean selling. Hold on, let me get rid of this. It lessened the load, but share the load. Anyone here to kill? I'm going to kill you. Get my gun out, baby. Ooh. Sam, watch out. Yeah, you guys are a little easy to kill, aren't you? Yeah, Sam, clean him to death, baby. Whoops, forgot, that one is not a charge. Damn, look at that shit.
Everyone all right?
Sam, you are a murdering motherfucker.
Huh. Rebecca taught me this once. You can jerry-rig these old locks so they don't open anymore.
I love you.
We've only ever done that if we're in a real bind. Here, I'll fix it.
Can you fix my penis? Alright, let me put this down.
Hey, take a gander. The door's busted. Rebecca? Oh no. Oh no. What did you do?
Sam, making blood-stained clean again.
I don't... They were... That bitch! They were all set to abandon us! What would Clara say, huh? Every day she'd ask if we heard from you. And she'd have forgiven you. The kid had a soul that made the sulfur smell like roses. Ugh. Or to leave your medallions to rot with you, but Clara would want to be buried with her sister. At least I know. Ought to have learned by now that getting one's hopes up tends to open them to being dashed across the stars. I hate to say this, but Clara died thinking her sister was still fighting to get back home. I'm glad. If she were still alive now, it'd break her to know the truth. Yeah, maybe. I'm used to disappointment. She was still so naive as to let it hurt her every time it happened. Only thing left is to take these medallions home, which means figuring out how to bait the Mana-Queen out of our old base. The most pissed off I've ever seen a queen was when a foreign species was on her soil. I'd wager the stench of a primal might do the trick. That'd be boring. Half the fun in exploring is the fact that you're on an unknown trail. I've never had the pleasure of hunting primals, but I hear they're all over Scylla. Let's tear a few apart, shall we? I'm sure they've got pheromones. Everything does.
I want to smell your pheromones, baby. Alright, when we come back, we're going to Scylla anyway, so I might as well take care of that. I will see you then.